When Leominster City Council President Mark Bodanza sat down to write a book about Johnny Appleseed, he was surprised to find how little he knew about the man behind the legend.
First of all, vegetarian, very concerned for animals and plants, didn't want to injure anything, didn't believe in grafting apple trees, which was in vogue, and he was an incredible minimalist. He carried it to the extreme, to the point where, he dressed in coffee sacks.
John Chapman lived in Leominster until he was 6, eventually moving west to Longmeadow, Massachusetts with his family.
His father remarried after he exited the Continental Army, proceeded to have a whole bunch of other children living in a very small 600 or 700 square foot home.
Chapman headed out on the frontier, eventually making his way to Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana.
He started off by just planting trees and kind of waiting for the seedlings to grow and then grabbing them.
As the city of Leominster celebrates 250 years since Johnny Appleseed's birth, they're looking back with pride.
Local history approaches people different than the iconic national stories because they can go and see, they can reach, they can touch, they can understand a little bit better what it must have been like for those early folks to live in this same environment that they live in.
Many simple farming practices still hold true today.
We try to keep it family-oriented. Every farm has their own unique little thing we do, and ours is trying to cater to just the family.
Here in New England, we are lucky to have pick-your-own orchards scattered throughout the region. In fact, there are more than 75 here in Massachusetts. In Bolton, a pick-your-own orchard remains true to its humble roots. Lori Stevenson is a third-generation owner of Bolton Spring Farm. What began as a dairy farm in the 1800s transitioned to an apple and fruit orchard in the 1930s.
My grandfather purchased it back in '36, and eventually my mother and father took it over in the early '70s and turned it into the pick-your-own operation. My grandfather was not happy. He figured everyone was going to ruin the trees, but it's worked out beautiful.
What's here?
Oh, we have about 35 varieties of apples. We grow peaches, plums, nectarines, pears.
This small operation gets big-time help from employees like Delroy.
Picking the apple, you don't pull it like that.
You don't want to do that?
No,
okay.
Just pull it and twist.
You pull it and twist.
Right.
We have fantastic people that work for us, and we'll be getting 3 more guys from Jamaica. They come up on their visa. They are the nicest people, and they know what they're doing.
Apples aren't just a fall treat, says Stevenson. In fact, many people miss peak picking season.
It's starting to get cooler later in September, so people that used to come out, say the first or second week of September, are now coming out later in the month. So a lot of times they're looking for certain apples and they're like, well, that already happened, but it's not getting cold enough for them to start thinking about apples yet.
Some apples in New England are ready to pick as early as July. According to the Massachusetts Fruit Growers Association, around 450 farms tend more than 3,000 acres of apple orchards in the Bay State. That translates to a lot of apples, nearly 50 million pounds to be exact.
McIntosh is big around here, but then we'll go into McCowan's is the other big one, and Honeycrisp is a big one.
Stevenson's favorite?
McCowan. Or Gravenstein, which is an old variety, which we have in the stand right now.
And the city of Leominster has had quite the fall celebrating Johnny Appleseed.
They sure have. They've had a Johnny Appleseed festival. They've had a parade, all to celebrate his birthday. There was even a Johnny Appleseed impersonator in attendance as well.
Always love to have that. Still ahead, the fruits of her family's labor.